Welcome to Talking Grit, a Detroit Lions podcast. Talking Grit is brought to you by the Monroe County Reporters, Monroe's top news source for police, fire, and community events.
Code 3 at Depot Street. Truck boy at request.
Follow them on Facebook, and for $2.99 a month, you can become a subscriber and get the news you crave even faster.
Hey, Talking Grit listeners, it's just me, Jason Harwood today. I'm going to give you my initial thoughts on the report that Michael Badgley is out for the season with what Adam Schefter is reporting as a torn hamstring. This comes as a blow to the Lions in their kicking competition between Badgley and former Michigan Panthers kicker Jake Bates. On the surface, it may come as a foregone conclusion that Bates just wins the kicker battle outright. That may come to fruition. However, in Dan Campbell's presser earlier today, he mentioned that other kickers were brought in for tryouts. As of recording this, there isn't any word on who those kickers may be, but I'm sure that will be released shortly. Things we must keep in mind about Jake Bates is he was going to have to show that he can be counted on for making kicks inside the 50-yard line for Holmes and Campbell to feel comfortable on keeping him on the roster. Last season, for the Panthers, he was 17 for 22 in the regular season, with 4 of those kicks from 50+. He was 4 for 6 in the Panthers' postseason loss. The eye-popping stat that we're all aware of is that 3 of those kicks were from 60 or more yards, with 64 being the longest. So it remains to be seen if this is, to give Jake Bates some competition, but I'm not counting on that he's automatically on the roster. However, Jacob and I will give further thoughts on the kicking competition on the next podcast, so make sure you check that out wherever you get your podcasts. We have a special guest in our next episode, so we're going to go into what we learned in the first week of camp. Also, if you responded to our previous episode, like via fan mail or Spotify, we will get to your comments then. I was on vacation last week, so we pre-recorded the last podcast. Speaking of that last podcast, it is out right now. Jacob and I reviewed the NFC North for the upcoming season. It's a good episode. I'm really proud of it. I hope that you enjoy it. Again, want to hear all your comments. Any questions that you have, you can hit us up on Twitter at Talking Grit Pod. And also you could email us or, again, hit us on the fan mail on our podcast, wherever you get them at. Thanks for listening, and go Lions.